Good morning, everybody. Orange J here with another War of the Visions video, and today I'm going to do a video in response to two things. One, it's in response to Vision Card Hard Quests coming out. Right now, we can do UR Vision Card Hard Quests, but apparently, very soon, we're going to have MR Vision Card Quests added to the game. A lot of people have been asking me, are there MR Vision cards that are actually worth investing in, worth leveling up? There definitely are. So what I did is I made a list of 10 that I think are worth investing in, and I'm going to talk about like when they're worth investing in and why they're good right now. Okay, now the first MR Vision card I want to talk about is a very new one, and that's Coral, the lightning kitty, right? So check out the stats on this thing first. It's a good attack-based vision card, and the unit effect, if you're a lightning unit, only a lightning unit, gives you 12% agility. Oh man, that's really good. Any kind of unit effect that boosts your agility by 12%, instantly this card is going to be useful in at least some situations, I think. Now let's look at the party effects. Lightning units only, but increase lightning attack by 20, increase dexterity by 11%, and increase acquired AP by 30%. Every level of that is good, and every level of that is worth having. Lightning is an element that is coming up in power. Once you start seeing Orlando's EX someday, I know it's not soon. You have Charlotte on the horizon. Frederica's always really good. You have Nivlu, who's going to get an EX someday. If you need a lightning element card to boost your just overall lightning team's damage, I think Coral's a great card. So very good. I don't have this card yet, unfortunately. I still have not pulled the lightning kitty. Rip the dream. Someday I'll get that. Okay, next up, number 2. I'm going for Iron Giant. This is a very old card, and it's been good forever. This card has been good since day one. The stats on it are just okay. I like 384 HP and 80 attack. That's pretty cool. But check out the unit effect. Increase slash attack by 20. Now, this is really good on basically any slash user in a group that wants to also buff against slash attack. Maybe you don't have Solidus maxed out yet, or maybe you're running a group of all physical damage dealers and you don't really have a good place to put Solidus in your group. Well, you can run Iron Giant. Give your unit that you're putting it on slash attack up. Also give your party 15% slash resistance. Not as good as Solidus, but it will do the job. Then, if it's a light element group, you're getting light units slash attack up 20. So if you're running some crazy mono light, Warrior of Light, El Sorel, Ramza team or something like that, boom. This card could be really, really good for that. And I still use Iron Giant sometimes today, even with Solidus maxed out. So there's Iron Giant for me. Next up, Path to Revenge. This card is also pretty old at this point. I remember this being a new card. Well, any card with artwork like this, I'm going to remember for a little while. Anyway, stat line, it favors an attack unit, right? And it's a good card for tanks and bruisers. It's going to give the person wearing it 10 defense. It's going to give your whole group slash attack up 20. And it's going to give your fire units magic resistance 15%. Fire units are all over the place. This is a really good budget King, Mont, or Rain card in my opinion. Give your fire element that magic resist, boost your slash attack, boost your defense, and if you don't have those big hitter UR fire cards, Path to Revenge can do the job for you as kind of a bridge to those other cards later. So I really like this card, and I've used it a lot since it came out. Next up, another oldie but a goodie, Secret Orders. Now, Secret Orders has a very high attack and magic stat value on it, right? 105 attack, 91 magic, so you can put it on either one of those type of units, 230 HP, fine. The unit effect is agility up 10%, spirit down 5. It's another card that buffs agility for the unit effect. Very, very good. It gives a slash attack up 20 to your party and increases critical damage for your earth units by 18. Now, the party effects on this, in my opinion, have not scaled the greatest, right? But agility up and slash attack are just two things that, at some point or other in the game, you're probably going to need, maybe for PvE. maybe for like a specific PvE team comp where you're like, ooh, I want to boost the speed of this unit and I want slash attack up, but I don't really want to use, or I haven't maxed out like a UR slash attack up card. Secret Orders can do that job for you. Very good card, especially for newer accounts who might have pulled a bunch of dupes of it. Okay, next up. This next card is a staple. Like, I suggest everyone build this card, and that's Snow White Guard. First of all, the stat line on it, balanced between attack and magic. 76 on both. So it's good on your mages, or it's good on your tanks, or your attackers, whatever. The stat line doesn't favor one over the other. It's the unit effects on this card that are super good. Slash resistance, 15%. Missile resistance, 15%. Comes at the cost of 15% HP, which sucks. But this card is like core to those I'm going to be 100% resist builds for slash and missile. This is your card because it stacks with party effect buffs that do the same thing. You can stack that unit slash resist with party effect slash resist from a different card. Now the party effects on this, critical damage up 18 is pretty meh, but AoE resist for your light units, that's real good. If you're building a specifically like slash resistant warrior of light, giving the rest of the light units in that group 15 AoE resistance, heck yeah, this is an absolute banger of a vision card even at MR, and I love it. Okay, next up, Sanctum Assassins. This is a card when it came out that I immediately thought like, this card's pretty dang good. Like if you're trying to put an evasion team together and you don't have all the UR vision card pieces, this is good. First of all, there's 3 agility up there in the stats, right? You're getting 86 attack, 86 magic, and 3 agility. Agility's good on evasion units, agility's good on everybody. The unit effect is evasion 10. Again, that will stack with Shiva, right? Who gives the group 20 evasion. You can give that single unit 10 more with this. It also gives single target resistance 15 to the party, which is good for your evasion units to resist things like Holy or Sharpshoot. And then, if you're a light element unit, there's 10 more evasion from the party effect. Now that will not stack with Shiva, but if you don't have Shiva leveled up yet, this is kind of like a budget Rob card or something like that. If you are a newer player and you haven't put all your vision cards for evasion together yet, Sanctum Assassins could help you bridge that gap, especially if you like to use Rob. Yeah, okay, Sanctum Assassins. Next up, we've got Mindflayer. Now, Mindflayer, in my opinion, is a very, very good PvE card. This is not something you're going to use in PvP, but if you don't have Two-Headed Dragon maxed out yet, which is the UR card that increases party damage, party max damage, Mindflayer also does that. And since it's a MR card, you might have pulled like 10 or 11 dupes of this and not even realized it. So it's going to give your unit magic attack up 15, give your party max damage up 2,000, and it increases Fire Killer by 20 for your water units. That Fire Killer may or may not be useful, but that max damage up, if on a lot of these like big ticket raid bosses, or when we do the box event bosses, you need to be hitting for more than 9,999 to clear them by yourself. This card will help unlock that for your group, so I really like it for PvE. Okay, next up, Swordsman's Refinement. This card is specifically good on Sir O or Seymour, 2 very good MR units, and if you use those units, I highly suggest you build up this card and use it for them. Just look at it, right? Like it's giving you attack, HP, magic resistance on the unit effect, which is really good because that stacks with Fenrir's group magic resistance. It gives those 2 units attack 40% and defense penetration 20. It gives your party slash attack up 20, and it gives lightning units critical damage up 18. Bang, like there's a whole lot that this card gives you if you're Sir O or Seymour. So great on them. If you use them, very worth leveling. Next up, Chocobo. Now, Chocobo is like the budget group agility buff card. So if you don't have Black Rose Helena leveled up, hey, there you go. Also, Black Rose Helena Vision card is really only like stat-wise good on a mage. This card is balanced between attack and magic. It gives the person wearing it 10 defense. So if you're stacking defense on like a tank or something, and you also want to get an agility buff for your group, here you go. It also gives wind unit charm resistance 30. I mean, that's pretty specifically useful, I guess. But the defense up unit effect is very nice, and agility for the group is like a must-have in a lot of situations. Okay, last on this list is a card that we all just pulled for, and I mean literally we pulled for this card day one of the game. That's Vow of Love. Now, this card is not scaled the best, in my opinion, but it's still pretty dang good. The stat line on it gives a lot of HP, 346 HP. It actually gives more magic than it does attack, which is like, okay, sure, why not? The unit effect is pretty good. This is why you get this thing. It gives slash attack up 20 and hate 5. Hate 5 is good for 2 attacks from the enemy AI in PvP. So you can throw this card on a tank, and you've guaranteed that tank to take the first 2 attacks from the enemy team if they're in range. This is also very, very important for manipulating your AI. For example, if you want to buff Faith on a unit, you can put Vow of Love on them. Now that unit has hate, you could put Fina in that group, and Fina will target that unit with cheer because they have that turn 0 hate. It's so useful. This card I use all the time still today, not so much in my big time PvP groups anymore, but occasionally I still do put it in there if I want to mess with the enemy team's AI, or if I want to manipulate my AI into doing something. Party effect, 30% attack up. Hey, if you're running an attack-based group, that's pretty decent. And then critical evasion, 15 for lightning units. Oh man, wish they would have given Vow of Love a better lightning element like buff, but still, very good card, worth leveling. This is a card everybody will have in their account and get some use out of, I think. So, there you go. That's 10 MR Vision cards that I think are still pretty good. Yes, there are sub-MR Vision cards that are good as well. Leonis Castle being the most prevalent one of those in my opinion, but people asked me to do an MR video. Here's the MR video. I'm not sure when we're getting the quests for MR Vision cards yet. Maybe it's next week, maybe it's in a month, who knows, but hopefully it's soon enough that you can get some value out of it and level up some of these cards. I hope y'all have a great rest of your Father's Day. It's my first Father's Day, so here we are in the Dad Club. That's it. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.